Welcome to Highly SaaS. Now, in this video, you'll learn how to connect Google Forms to Notion. Now, if you're a student, a freelancer, a small business owner, this is a video you don't want to miss because everything you are going to learn here is absolutely free. That includes the lesson and the tool, right? So, what you need is access to Notion to automate as well as Google Forms, right? And I'll show you exactly how in this video. Now, the steps we're going to take is this. Okay, we're going to first make a form, then we're going to activate the Google spreadsheet, and then we're going to make a table in Notion, and then we're going to connect them all together, and then we're going to test it. And if you follow this tutorial, at the end of this tutorial, okay, you will know exactly how to achieve this goal. Okay, so if this sounds good to you, let's go. Now, the tool that we're using today, right, is Automate IO. Now, it's a connecting app, and why are we learning this? It's because recently Notion acquires Automate IO, right? And so there are less steps to bother with if you are using Automate IO. Okay, now the thing is this, you can start off with a trial account and they will give you 30 tasks a month. Okay, you can use other emails to sign up for more accounts if you need to connect to more forms. That's one way of getting around this limitation. Or you can just pay the monthly subscription, I think about $30 and forget about all the rest. Okay, so so over here I have a Google form. Okay, so it's a very simple form. Give it a title, and in this form, I just want to collect the name, the email, the gender. I want to get the age as well as the preference. Okay, so maybe this is like you're trying to give away, say, a spa package, okay, or you're trying to give away a trial, right, to something, and you just want to get the demographics, okay, of the people who may be interested in your product. So by setting up a simple email like this, okay, you can then present them the offer or upsell them in the subsequent emails. But then the original idea is that you want to know who may be interested in your product, and generally when are they keen to come down, right, to say redeem this service or product. Okay, so now, so this is how the this is how the form will look like on the front end. Okay, so no surprise there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go to responses, and because every every Google form, right, is connected to a Google Sheet. So if you go to responses, you will see this green box here, right, and it says create spreadsheet. Just click on this, and a form will be generated for you free of charge. No effort required. Okay, and in double quick time. So that's the good thing about using Google, services, right? It's all integrated. Okay, so what I have here is a form now with all the score headings, right? All the labels, okay, already populated for you. Okay, so this is the first thing we need to do, and then the second thing is after generating the form, we need to publish this to the web. So we need to grant Google Forms the permission, right, to share this. And then we can come here and say we want to remove the restriction and we want to share it with anybody with the link. Okay. So now that we've done this, we can then go get a Notion account. So if you don't have an existing Notion account, you can always sign up. The sign up process is very fast and it's free. But if you have one already, once you log in, just create a new page here. Just click on this and create a new page. Then from here, okay, we are going to create a table. Right, so let's name this tables. Let's call it demo one. How about it? Right, and we're going to create, right, the exact labels that we have here. That's also present here. So if the timestamp is important, then you can also create that. So we're going to do name, email, gender, age, and preference first. Okay, so let's go back to this. So name, the email, let me check. Email, then gender. Okay, so email, and then gender. So gender is a text followed by age. Age is a number. And then finally, maybe okay, preference. Okay, so that is a text as well. And we can click on this little button here and put in one more timestamp. Okay, and we can leave it as a text as well. Okay, so we're good. All right, so this labels here will reflect the same labels here. Just a slight change in the sequence, but no problem there. Okay, so we have set up the Google form as well as the table. Now let's move on to automate. Okay, so you can visit automate.io and sign up for an account. It takes you less than 5 minutes. You just need to put in an email, verify it, put in a password, and then you can register, verify, and log into this account. So once you are in, okay, you'll be at the main site here. So I've done this previously, right? So you're given 300 automations a month. That's quite generous, okay? And you can create up to 5 connections. Okay, so each connection is considered one bot. So for example, in this case, is if you are to push, say, the data, right, from Google Forms to Gmail, right, then it's considered one bot. Okay, then if you were to push, say, the stuff you have in email back to Google Sheets, then that's 2 bots. Okay, so what we want to do here is that we want to create a new bot. So come up to the top right hand corner and click on this, and then search for the applications that you're trying to connect. So this is okay. The first one is Google Forms right here. Put a plus sign. Now you can connect other tools to Notion if you want to using this, right? It's not a problem, but we are just using Google Forms. So over here, right, we can we can leave this. We can leave this as just demo, right? And then you just make the connection, and you say, okay, I'm going to allow this, and then we're in. Okay, so easy, right? Now then, we're going to make the connection now. So just understand this. If you have not done this before, we need a trigger and an action, right? Trigger action. So we're going to set a trigger first. So this trigger is here, new response in spreadsheet. So every time there is a new response in spreadsheet, that means Google Sheet, there's a new name, email, age, reference, gender, then that acts as a trigger. So in your spreadsheet, so you have to look for a spreadsheet, right? And early on I name it Notion Automation 1. Now if you don't know where to find it, very simple, right here. This is the name of your sheet down here, right? Spreadsheet. Okay, then go connect your worksheet. So over here, it's called Form Responses 1. Okay, so where can you find this? Right here, Form Responses 1. So once you're done with this, okay, scroll down, okay, and then you have output field. They will show that these are the data that they can capture, right? So there's nothing for you to do. Just leave it. Okay, so we're done, right? Okay, so we're done. Okay, now the next thing for us to do is to connect Notion. So to do that, right, we have to search for the tool Notion. I'm gonna plus sign here. Okay, and give it a name. So we can just leave this as Notion. So once the authorization button is clicked, okay, you'll be asked, right, to give permission. So select your page. So this is the page that I'm going to allow access, right, to this tool. So once automate IO is given access to this tool, right, Notion, okay, I can now set my trigger. So the trigger is at database. Okay, so now what we need to do is to click on this, and then the name of database is demo1. Okay, so if you remember earlier on, we named the table as demo1. Sorry, so that is the database. So this whole thing here, when you receive information, is known as the database. Okay, so now we will need to, okay, just check this very quickly, right? Okay, so we need to map this. Okay, we'll need to map this first. Okay, so over here, right, we can just click on the corresponding labels. Gender will be gender, age will be age, and then you have your timestamp and your name. So just do it slow, but do it once, and you'll be good. Okay, and one more here. Okay, so just do a quick check: name, timestamp, age, email, gender, preference. Okay, right. Okay, so it seems like we're good here. Okay, it seems like we're good here. And then now we can just click on the save button and we can turn on the bot. Okay, so now the thing is this, right? We have to open our Google Sheets, then we have to fill up the form, hit the enter button or the submit button, and then once we're done, we come back and click on this, right? So that's to send the test information to the sheet to make sure that it's connected, right? And then send the information from the sheet to automate, and then finally automate will tell you if the connection is successful, right? So let's do that. Okay, so over here I can put down let's say Joe, Joe English, and the email is joe@mail.com. Mail, and say this is 30 years old. He's 30 and he prefers weekdays. Okay, so we're done. Now let's go back to automate. Click on this button here. Okay, so let the bot do its thing, right? So now it says, okay, we're done. Now don't click on this. Just click on this and go back to the bot list, right? So it shows that your bot is already activated. So ensure that this toggle, all right, is on. Okay, and we can check the activity here. Clone it. You can move it into a folder, right? And we can delete this even. So let's go to the activity. Okay, so it says that we have turned the bot on and we ran the test successfully. Okay, so as you can see here, we have made a form, activate spreadsheet, make a table in Notion, connect using automate, and then finally we're going to test this. Okay, so it's always good to test. Okay, so we cannot turn this on because we don't have a paid plan, but the idea is that if it fails, you'll try and try again. So unfortunately, we don't have the option in this free trial. Okay, so right now we can go back to the form again. Okay, we can submit another response. Okay, so you can see, right, this is in your Google Sheet as well. So let's do the new form. Okay, so this is Jane and Jane English as well. So Jane mail.com, and she's female and she's 25 this year and she prefers weekends. Okay, so you can see that data will be transferred to Google Sheet almost instantaneously. and then you can come back to this part here, okay, and just refresh to see if there are new activities. Okay, so the thing is this, okay, so the thing is this, you may have to wait up to 5 minutes sometimes for the data to arrive, because this is a free plan, so you won't get a priority, and there will be a delay. So expect a delay. Now, if you don't see the data here, don't panic, right? Give it some time. The first connection may take 5 minutes or maybe even 10. So don't go back and mess, with the toggles, and then you might, create a new disaster. Then you have to reconnect the bot, and it's really messy. So just be patient if you're doing it for the very first time. Okay, and when it's done, you would see here. So even if there are failures, you can find it here. Okay, so you can go through the different filters, right? If there's an error, they will tell you there's an error. So just check the error log, and if you don't see anything at the front end, okay, so don't panic. So obviously you can refresh if you choose to. Now, obviously this is going to be very quick because it's native integrations, right? All done in Google. So now we're just waiting for we're just waiting for the data to arrive. Okay, so I'm not sure about you, but I'm not very fond of waiting. As long as you test it's working, the data will come. It's just a matter of when. Okay, so I hope you learned something in this video. All right, so this is really useful. A way to get around the limitations, if I didn't mention it earlier, is to create multiple automate accounts and then link it to the project, right? But just understand that, like for example, if you are a salon owner and you're trying to collect reviews, okay, or feedback, and you know that from your so-called experience, right, that generally speaking, maybe you have um, let's say 100 complainers a month, okay, on average, and let's say you want to create a form to collect feedback, right, from people who are not really satisfied with your service, right, or any of your stuff, then you know that even if there's a surge, right, in the number of complaints, you will have enough automations to cover those feedback. So you can create a form to collect feedback, and then you connect it, and then you'll still be within the free plan. Now, then, if you want to collect reviews, and you know that on average you're also collecting about 50 or 200 reviews a month, yeah, then you can, if you're a bit worried, then just create a new automate account and then use the connection to link both your Notion and your Google Forms together, right? So in this way, you can actually save money. Now, if you're a student, it's very simple, right? Because for your class project, usually you would survey a group of people, unless the survey size is like 500 to 1,000. Most surveys will be for class projects, will be between, say, 50, right, to maybe 200 or 250 people, right? So, in fact, most students struggle to get others to participate in their surveys. All right, so these are just some of the suggestions to work around and not pay for this tool. Now, obviously, if you are using this tool for a while and you are very comfortable and you think that, especially if you're running a small business and you think that you want to upgrade, then you can obviously check out their plans, right? And where is it? Just click around. Yeah, maybe here the pricing plan, and you can start at the $29, right? So this is USD, right? If you are paying monthly, and you can get up to 2,000 actions, right? You can connect 20 bots, and the wait time is only 5 minutes. Okay, so this is okay. This is an okay deal. Now, if you're paying it for the whole year, like if you pay annually, right, it goes down to $19. So that's a cost savings of $10 a month. Okay, so let's just check and see if the automation is in. So 2 minutes ago something happened. Okay, I assume there's no error. Okay, so there is an error here. The date, okay, it's not set in the correct format, so there is an issue. But let's see. if the information has been sent. Okay, so yes, despite the error, the information was sent. It's just that it may not be in the format that you prefer. Okay, so that's about it. So this is October the 1st, all right? So it's not a biggie as long as you understand what is going on. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you learned something. Now, do give it a like, subscribe, or share if you think this could help somebody, right? Or if you want to receive new videos, or if you generally enjoy tutorials like this, right? So support this channel by doing all this, and yep, you'll be blessed by the universe, in return, surely. Okay, so signing off. Bye bye, and take care.